Hi, Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. And today, to dive into Salt Lake City, I am joined by longtime friend of the pod. I think it's been like 5 years since we've been in each other's sphere, which more unpacking on that later because that's upsetting. And we still never met IRL. But
that's crazy.
Hannah Erin Brown is back on the pod. Make sure to subscribe to Not Aspirational wherever you can hear it and watch it. And Hannah, welcome back.
Tom, thank you so much for having me. Hi, Dumpster Divas. So happy to be in your ears today. And I really can't believe we've known each other for 5 years, but I do feel like the pandemic podcast friends we all made, like that shit went deep and it went far, and we all were just like, bah, 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 like in constant comms, watching Bravo all day, every day.
I know. I do find it so, like, I would say 90% of them ended up being normal too. Like, and we all continue to be friends. That's what's shocking now, because I'll meet, not to get into the weeds here, but I'll meet some people now and I'm like, I don't know about this one.
You're like, how'd you slip through the cracks?
How'd you slip through the cracks? No, and for the most part, met everyone IRL except you, which is so crazy that we haven't done that.
That is so crazy. When y'all did that like cabin weekend in I forgot, somewhere on the East Coast, I had such intense FOMO, and I was like, mentally, I'm there with you all.
And I was in LA. I went to Palm Springs and I almost went through LA and spent like a day or so there so I could like bop around and say hi to people. But I couldn't swing it. But this next year I'm manifesting an LA trip for myself. I'm
manifesting another New York trip so that we can fix this. We need to get, well, I don't know if you're drinking right now because sometimes you're like an adult and you take breaks, but
I am back on the sauce after marathon training right now.
Oh, love. So we can get like a martini when I'm in town.
Yes. Although, you know what? When you go off drinking and then you go back, to clarify, guys, like I'm not like off the wagon and then on. It's more just like I like zone in for training. It helps me really focus on my running, which has become a very big mental health lifesaver for me. Totally. And then I'll hit some martinis and wine after that wraps. But you can't like hang. I'm like,
yeah.
I have like a teeny, and then if I have a second one, like I know I'm destined for a headache the next day, unfortunately.
I know. And truly, like, hangovers in your 30s are just, and I hear they just keep getting worse. So that's something to look forward to.
I know, but then you see, like, my parents have so many friends that just like mainline Cabernet, and I'm like, how do y'all do it at like 55, 60? I'm like,
yeah.
Do you feel like ass?
It's that Ramona Singer track of just like, if I don't stop, then I'll never be hungover.
I wonder if it loops back around where like all of a sudden you become really good at it again.
That has to be it. And maybe you like sleep more. Like maybe you sleep more and I don't know. But I feel like in general, like drinking aside, I think I take care of myself better now than I ever have in my life before. Mm-hmm. And yet the hangovers do remain gnarly. So that's kind of annoying. Like, I'm like, I do sleep a lot. I work out all the time. I like remember to drink my water. Like, what is happening here?
I agree. I've never consumed more water and never been more active, and it's worse. It's like, well, I could have been drinking no water and only eating bacon, egg, and cheeses every day and not had hangovers. Like, I'm confused.
Also, I have like body pain now that I've never had. Like currently right now, I have lower back pain that's wrapping around my hip. And I'm like, have no idea what that's from.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry, I took it to a dark place. But it's like I'm literally like lifting or doing like Legree like all the time, or like walking, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So don't get old,
you're
guys.
You're a Legree girl. I've been trying to get into Pilates, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm like pretty new to my Legree journey. I do ClassPass, so I only do it like twice a week. But I've had like a crazy month, so I haven't been doing it as regularly as I wanted to, but I love it. It's such a profound type of pain, and it's amazing.
It's so painful, and you're trembling.
You're trembling, and like, but like I will say, like abs are tea in a way that they've never been before. So I've been doing some Pilates, and like I'm like, wait, am I hot now? I've started this thing where I literally shook my husband's hand yesterday. I said, I'm not going to say anything bad about my body. Just like, I'm just going to just try to just never again do it, which might be unrealistic, but whatever. And instead, it's not like every time I want to say something bad, I say something good, but I've just been like, oh my God, my body is so tea. I'm the fucking hottest person in the world. I just say it to myself all the time. And it's like fun. Everyone should try it.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah, literally just like look at yourself like naked in the mirror and be like, holy fuck, I am so fucking hot. And it feels like really good.
Okay, I'm going to do that after this. Strip down
Do
naked
it.
and just stare at myself and be like, you fucking smoke show.
Do it. I did my skincare fully naked like last week and I was just like, oh my God, I'm so gorgeous.
Well, Hannah, we are here. Well, I love to talk about skincare and I love to talk about our body dysmorphia and our love of dirty martinis. We are here to talk about Housewives.
Yes. Bring it on. I'm so excited.
Salt Lake City, how are you landing with this season of Salt Lake City, Hannah?
So I have like a controversial opinion about Salt Lake City. Like I didn't watch the last season at all. I fully fell off. I said like, because here's the thing, and I've said this before and I'll definitely say it again. I am so fucking sick of having Utah foisted upon me in my entertainment. I don't want to go there. I don't want to look at it. I don't like Utah. I used to go there a lot because Jake worked there. I think the vibes are kind of rancid. And yet we keep having popular programming that takes place there. So I fell off. But then I heard this season was really good. And now I'm back in. And I think this season is excellent.
It is excellent. Wait, did he work on, because he works in TV and film, did he work on Food Networks? Like competition reality? No. He works on like scripted, right?
Scripted, but he's honestly like he's open to unscripted as well.
Because if you're new to the podcast, my partner Brian won Holiday Wars on the Food Network. And
that's so major.
It's so crazy. It happened during the pandemic. He started a baking business, just like self-taught in the pandemic. Food Network reached out and he was like, I guess I'm going to do this. He went on and he won. And, but he filmed in Park City. And
that's so sick.
And one of his story producer on the show, they became friendly, of course, because they were like with each other all the time. And it's not like Holiday Wars is not like, you don't have a story producer being like, you need to talk shit about so and so. That's not that type of show. But they just like help guide you through being on television and everything. And he was asking her like about her like, does she produce full time just in Salt Lake City, or is she from LA? And she's like, no, like I am here in Utah producing shows constantly. There's so much stuff films here. And so she works on scripted things, and she was one of the producers on season 2 of Real Houses of Salt Lake City in the fucking parking lot when the feds got there.
Wow. What a life.
There's a producer that has like a sweatshirt on that says like namaste. It's like yoga is life. It's some sort of like novelty sweatshirt. You can find her. That's her. She was there when it all happened. It was crazy.
Gosh.
Brian was like, this doesn't mean, he doesn't watch Housewives. So he was like, this doesn't really mean anything to me, but I know that this will mean so much to Tom. So just a fun little Salt Lake City fact for those.
I need to go back and
are new to the pod.
I need to go back and find it. Divas, go back and find it.
It's on HBO Max, I believe. And they also, if you have cable, they are always running reruns of Holiday Wars. So you can catch Brian having a mental breakdown every day on Holiday Wars.
I can't wait. It was all worth it in the end.
The season is great if you need a comfort background watch. Well, let's talk about Salt Lake City this week. So this is season 6, episode 11. We're coming off of the heels of Mary's church service. Now, what's your relationship to organized religion? Does it bother you? Are you a part of it? Where do you land? Because for me, I personally don't love being thrusted into a church on these shows, but
you know, the older I've gotten, the more I am a spiritual diva than like a hardcore organized religion diva. I love being Jewish and especially the cultural aspects of it and the traditions. But anytime any religion gets too like exclusionary, like if you do this, you're good. If you do this, you're bad. I'm out. I'm like, goodbye.
I agree. But you know, I love like all the Jewish customs like are so beautiful and fun to me. Like I just going to school, I went to school with a lot of Jewish people, and I just love just the Passover and like Seders and like it's so like community oriented that would, if I went somewhere, that would be probably where I would land, to be honest with you.
I feel like culturally it has a lot of crossover with Italian people.
Very much
just
so.
that vibe
Yeah.
of like, let's feed each other and sit around and tell old stories. And that part's a vibe for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
But
we're
Mary's
coming
Church
off-
scares me.
Mary's Church scares me. We talked about it enough already last week, but like I still have some questions. I have some questions. She looks gorge though. This red dress with the red glove.
Powerful.
It's inspired, to be honest with you, and she knows how to style. That's something that like a lot of housewives do not. A lot of housewives buy just clothes. They're like, a brand. This is a Fendi jumpsuit I'm gonna wear when I go to goat yoga. But like,
exactly,
she styles her clothes impeccably. Like did you lay eyes on her at BravoCon in person?
I didn't, unfortunately. However, sorry, my dog is really having a moment. But I will say, I feel like this season especially, like everything's been a little bit more elevated. She's been turning out looks. She's been giving the viewers what we want. And also, like, I never thought in this year of our Lord, 2025, that like compared to the woman who told Jen Shaw that she smelled like hospital, that like there would be times throughout this season where she is like the voice of reason.
Yo, completely. This whole lunch at Valters, she was like providing insight on what her breakdown of Meredith being like, Meredith, it's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't love you. I love you. I think you're actually a good person somewhere in there. But like, you have to own up to the fact that this is crazy. And,
oh my
like,
gosh.
It still didn't land with Meredith, unfortunately.
Meredith is like when she was like, Meredith, that's not what happened. Like, I was a row in front of you. I heard what I heard. I was like, holy fuck. And Meredith's like, that's not true. No. I'm like, you're wild.
Every Meredith word has 10 vowels in it.
Yes.
It's like, meow.
Yeah. It's like when a cat is on its way to the vet and it's like in a really bad mood. It's like,
yes,
meow.
Yeah, those
like,
meows that are not meows. They're like,
no.
Meow. So we get to Valters after the church service, and her gift for everyone is beta fish, which I think is kind of a law, to be honest with you. Like, none of the lore of a beta fish is that no beta fish can actually be in the same tank as another beta fish because they'll kill each other. Which is a beautiful, beautiful metaphor for these ladies. They have their Dom Perignon. And have you had Dom before?
I don't think I have. Have you?
I have once.
Okay.
A friend gave me some at like a wedding. Like it was like the bride and groom. I was the officiant of the wedding, and the bride and groom had a bottle like for them to have. And they let me have a glass, and I didn't like it.
I love the feeling of not liking something that's expensive and being brave enough to say it. I think that's really empowering.
It just wasn't, I don't know, it was a little too full bodied almost. And I'm like, this needs to be like a crispy. Like, yeah, but it's not, it wasn't that. I don't know. There was something kind of off about it. But maybe I didn't have the 2003 when the plane crashed and the dead bodies soiled the grapes.
Exactly.
Which is allegedly what happened with this bottle.
Darkness.
So this luncheon is essentially like, let's get to the bottom of everything. And they're starting to dive into the logistics on that plane. And I don't know about you, but I cackled at this Crazy Rich Asians subplot we have here.
Important. I mean, because wasn't it like someone was watching it on a plane and that's how they like measured time?
So Meredith watched, they were like, well, what if your alibi is so strong that you watched 2 movies like and did something else and slept, what movies did you watch? She was like, I watched Crazy Rich Asians. And Whitney's like, well, then tell us what happened.
And Lisa Barlow's like, I know what happened.
It was this, and they have the clicker, like what she got right. But I don't know if you caught this, but Lisa's like, oh, I watched it. I loved it. And Mary goes, is it good? Did you hear that?
No. It's a great movie. And also the gag is that like Crazy Rich Asians is always playing on a plane. I'm a Delta girly personally, so it's always playing on Delta, but I feel like on any airline, you will be able to watch Crazy Rich Asians. It's like that and Devil Wears Prada and the first Sex and the City movie every time.
And they always have Love Actually around the holiday time and the Family Stone. if
And
you're
the
looking
Family
for
Stone.
torture in the skies.
Oh my God. One time, actually, the first time I ever watched Preacher's Wife was on a plane, and I had a mental breakdown on that plane in the best way.
That is one of my favorite movies. Not just Christmas
Me
movies. It's
too.
just one of my favorite. I think we've talked about this.
We've
We have,
definitely talked
because
about this.
it's just so magical. It's so cozy. It's such a beautiful message. It's not. It's heartfelt but not cheesy. I don't know. It's.
Oh my God. And that last shot of him like walking down the street, and it's like, joy to the world, joy. Kills me. So good.
Wrecked me. I've never wanted a fucking angel so bad.
Oh my God, Dudley.
Also, we get this subplot of Lisa not knowing she had global entry. That was confusing. Was she essentially just avoiding the girls, so she just waited in the normal line? Is that what?
Honestly,
I couldn't tell if that's what was happening.
I would do that. Like sometimes on a girls' trip, I'm like, if I don't have alone time right fucking now, I'm gonna lose my mind. And on the heels of the trip they just had, I could see someone being like, I would rather wait in a longer line alone than deal with your asses.
Yeah, I couldn't quite decipher that. And then she was like, I was just listening to my music. And they're like, what are you listening to? And she's like, I had my AirPods in, I was listening to Kendrick Lamar. And Mary goes, not Kendrick.
She's like, I love Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Tucker, wherever you are, you must clip this and put it on everything you have. You have to put this at the beginning, the middle, the end of every piece of content. Because she goes, not Kendrick. And then Lisa goes, I'm a Kendrick girl.
I'm a Kendrick girl.
I'm a Kendrick girl.
You know that she listens to Kendrick and is like, oh my God, like he gets me. He gets me on a spiritual, molecular level.
Yeah, she's listening to How to Pimp a Butterfly and she's like, it's me.
It's literally me. It's a song about me and my life.
Me growing up in LA.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if she, like, after the Super Bowl, got the jeans.
Oh, she absolutely did. Those boot cut.
She was like, I need those boot cut, those sassy little jeans. I still want those jeans, to be honest.
I don't know if that journey is for me. I tried to get, like, I'm in my baggy, like, pant moment. Like, I'm liking a lot of them. But I just got a new pair of baggy jeans, and they're just a little too baggy. Like, I still need to feel, I like when I feel, like, nice and cinched still in the waist. Like, I don't, but loose after that. Like, so maybe I need to venture just wide leg and not, like, a full baggy.
I know. It is like the pants do seem to just be getting bigger. And I wonder, for y'all who live in New York, like, how do you do that in the winter? Like, are you worried about them getting slushy and salty?
Well, yeah, my baggy pants I haven't had in the winter yet, so the jury's out on that. But honestly, I think most people are just getting big boots now because Tims are back in again.
Oh, great!
Which I'm like, okay, I can get a pair of Tims finally because I didn't have one before. And then so I feel like with a boot you can save yourself from the slushy.
That's true.
But I agree. I think we're in for a rude awakening in the city this year. So all in all, the women are confronting Meredith about substance abuse, which that's a slippery slope for me on Housewives. One, in life, like, there's no reason to be pointing finger, especially like in front of your friends. I'm not saying you should talk about their substances behind their back necessarily, but just like pointing at a friend and being like, you have a problem. That's not really ever going to be a solution that ends like it's not going to end well.
No one's going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much for telling me. Especially at like a table full of women on camera. It's like, no, that's going to seem drinking. It's like, that's going to seem like a gang up for sure.
Yeah, it's not going to land right. But the thing with Meredith is there's something going on. I think we can all just acknowledge that.
I mean, she doesn't seem like on this planet. We've seen seasons with like Sonia Morgan where it's like, girl, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And it's hard because like I even thought about this at like BravoCon. It's like when you're celebrated for being messy and being chaotic, I can imagine how like as talent, it's hard to know like where the line is because it's like, and like from a production standpoint, it's like, when is this unethical to let this person keep doing this? Like we saw Kelly Ben-Simone was extracted from Scary Island, but they kind of just let Meredith like do her thing that entire trip on the yacht and then on the plane and throughout the whole show.
Well, I think with Meredith, there is, I think a lot similar to Karen Huger. I think a lot goes down when the cameras go down. Like, I think she's still smart enough to know not to get too crazy on camera. I mean, I wish she would get crazier on camera personally. She seems dead asleep most of the time. Yeah. But like with Karen, we forever on Potomac, we were always getting these stories. The women on the reunions would always be like, she calls us drunkenly in the middle of the night and like bitches about the cast. And it's like, okay, well, like that is not what's happening on the show. Like you never saw her intoxicated on the show. Yeah. I worry it's a similar situation with Meredith, and it's only coming out now because she had a full mentee B on Britney's mess at that plane. Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing that is like, I think it's a really good season. I think we've been given a lot. I think we've been eaten good. But I do think this whole like we're going to make storylines out of things that we can't as the viewers see is kind of tough because it's like, okay, like.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up.
It reminds me of like the Lucy Juicy Apple or Lucy Goose, whatever, that dog thing where it's like, okay, well, like I mean, obviously I think the plane stuff is a lot more interesting, but it's like if we can't see it, just hearing everyone talk about this event that we weren't privy to is just like, yeah, it's not interesting for very long.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. This episode we do get resolution, I guess, between Meredith and Brittany, but it seems still on the pipeline is Whitney just coming for Meredith as a druggie and alcoholic. She says alcoholic in the next episode. It's like, but you know, I can't quite get a read on Meredith. Like, does she like doing this show?
I literally don't know because to me, I think Meredith seems like such a caricature at this point. Like, yeah, I think we all need to remember season 1 when she was in that pink, like feathered outfit at Jen Shaw's birthday party that she threw for her or something. Like Meredith was like the chic, elegant one who almost seemed like a voice of reason. And now I'm like, she doesn't even seem like she's on the same planet. And so it's like, I can't tell how she feels about anything unless she's like raging out.
No, I completely agree. Like I thought she was by far my favorite season 1. I was like mesmerized by her.
Yeah.
And here
I was a Lisa Barlow girl from day one. My Diet Coke sister.
She hasn't changed a bit. Well, I have to give it to her. She has stayed who she is from season 1 to 6.
No, honestly, and like I need that level of delusion. I need that level of drama. I think she's the gift that keeps on giving. And even if you hate her, you can't sit here and say she's not good TV.
No, of course not.
You know.
I was watching I was in a hotel last week in DC and I was working from the hotel and so I just had Bravo on because I don't have cable like at home. And they were doing a season 1 marathon, and oh my god, these women don't look anything like that season.
It's crazy.
No, it's everyone has a new face.
Everyone, and sometimes with the fillers, they take it a little too far.
I know, and even some of them you don't even remember that they had an old face, and so you go back and you're like, wait. Like Lisa looks completely different. And I didn't really clock that she had that much done.
I don't. Like in this moment, I would have to Google like a before and after pic because I don't remember her looking that different.
I think a part of it, honestly, is makeup does wonders. Like I think a lot of it is just they were doing very 2-dimensional makeup. Like didn't know how to do makeup for camera. True. You always nail skincare and makeup, I have to say.
Me?
You always look like nice and dewy and like I don't know. You just always look great.
Thank you. You know who helped me a lot in my makeup journey? Amira from Next Gen NYC. Before she was like on the show, she was an influencer who I would always follow because she's always like, your makeup looks like shit and here's why. And she taught me a lot.
Shout out to Amira. I heard Amira was a hot commodity at BravoCon too. That everyone was like freaking out to meet Amira. She's so beautiful. God.
I freaked out to meet her. I took a picture next to her, and it was the most humbling experience of my life. I'll never shut up about it because, like, she is so beautiful. She's so tall, and she was wearing heels, and her glam is always perfect. Like, she looked like a goddess, and I'm in, like, my flats and my jeans and my tank top and my little baseball cap, like, next to her, and I kind of just look like her little brother. Like, I just look so short and squat next to her that it looks like an optical illusion. It's a very funny photo, but she's a queen.
That's cute. She's a queen. But so in this lunch, the last thing on this lunch though is that Meredith tries to out Bronwyn, and Bronwyn, you gotta love her because she, there are things about her that are a little clunky to me, but overall she is an A+ housewife, I would say. Like, she literally clocks Meredith immediately. She's like, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make my friend Whitney hate me. Woo. Because I told you something. So let's just talk about it. I did not tell you that. I told you that, like, we're having conversations because we're concerned about you. And now you're trying to find people to be on your side and find people against you. And you're putting us against each other. Meredith was gagged. Gaggiana.
Clock that T, sis. Clock that T, Bronwyn. I think Bronwyn, like, when she came into the show, I don't know. Like, I personally, as a viewer, was like, oh, is she going to, like, have the balls to really get into the mix? And she does. And I think it's like, I just love seeing her push back on these women because it has to be intimidating. And she truly does not give a fuck. And she's always going to be that person that's like, no, we're just going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a great episode for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Keep her around forever.
Please. Then we get, the last thing that happens is Meredith is like, well, then what do you think is wrong with me, Whitney? And Whitney goes, it's one of three things. Hatred in your heart. That's literally a sentence she says. Hatred in your heart, anger problem, mixing substances. Maybe all.
How about D, all of the above?
Hatred in your heart, really, that just tickled me. I'm like, are we like in the first grade?
No, literally.
I
would love to say that like fully earnestly, like in the middle of a heated argument.
Yeah, you have hatred
in your heart. It's like when Aviva was like, you are not a well-wisher. It's like one of those things where it's like, ow, ouchie. Ooh. That hit me.
So then the rest of the episode is just kind of like scenes, kind of extra scenes with everyone. So we get another appearance from Muzzy, who is one of our darker characters, but she kind of breezes in here. And I'm like, what happened?
I literally was like, you guys cannot do this. Like, you cannot bamboozle me. I remember who this woman is. I don't want to see her like do like arts and crafts or whatever the fuck they were doing together.
Yeah. The like
what
bonsai tree party. Bonsai tree.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they're going to do this like Zen, like, mother-daughter project together. I don't fucking care. This woman is sinister. She is evil. She's an evil entity.
She is evil, but I did cackle at her read of Bronwyn. And she was like, be careful. Todd's going to get rid of your ass. And then Bronwyn is like, your mouth to God's ears.
I do not like Todd.
I say this. I've said this 5,000 times, so bear with me. But I know someone who knows them very well. And they love him. And so I struggle to understand this connection. Like, I struggle because I'm watching Todd. I'm spending every Tuesday evening with Todd for the last 2 years. Of course.
You're old friends with Todd.
And I'm not liking Todd.
No.
And so I'm kind of at a loss of, like, what's the real Todd,
Totally. Or I should say toddly.
Toddly, Hannah. It's why they pay you the big bucks.
People have literally told me to stop saying totally, so I'm sorry. I don't even notice that I'm doing
Really?
it.
I mean, I think totally is great. Totally is also a very millennial thing, I feel like.
Yes.
So I do think it maybe ages us, but at the same time, like,
fucking everything's aging us. Yeah. You know why? Because we're getting older. Next.
I'm okay with that. I like aging. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I'm like, I feel wiser and funnier with every year.
Yes. I'm like, I think it would be cringy if I was like running around pretending that I was 19. I'm literally not 19. So why would I try and conform to what 19-year-olds are doing? Like, sorry, you're jealous that I have a frontal lobe and you don't.
Yeah. I know someone who, I'm going to say it. I know someone who, I've known them for a little bit and they refuse to tell anyone their age. And I'm like, you must be, and they're not like, they're not on AARP, like retired and refuse to tell people their age. They are in our age range and they refuse to say it. I'm like, okay, I don't know what kind of like what you're trying to pull over on us here, but you refusing to say it definitely doesn't make me think you're young.
100%. I know. Yeah, I know plenty of people in the industry that are like anti saying your age, and I'm like,
Monty, he's so cute.
And I'm like, respectfully grow up. Like, I'm not gonna not post like my birthday on Instagram because I'm like, oh no, people will like. I can't say that I turned 34. Oh no.
Who cares? I'm turning 35 next week. I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to be.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sag King.
Sag King. I love being a Sag. I'm a double Sag too. I feel like Sages love being Sages. I think that's a very Sag thing.
I'm a Sag rising, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah. What is it? What's your sign again?
Leo.
Leo. You're Leo, which is why I love you. I love Leos. I love Leos. I love Sages. I love Scorpios. I love Aries. Those are like the big ones.
Incredible signs. People need to shut the fuck up about Scorpios. I love Scorpios.
Kix Hamlet, Scorpio
Hello.
Queen.
Hello.
Scorpios are great. I don't really know what's bad about them. I think that some people don't like how headstrong and emotional they can be, but like that's why we love but that makes her a great friend to me.
I'm like, I think Scorpios are badass.
And Leos are kind of bossy, and I'm kind of bossy, so it works.
It totally works. It totally works.
My other sign, so I'm Sag Sun, Sag Rising. No, sorry. Sag Sun, Sag Rising, Cancer Moon. So I'm a little emo at my core, but no one knows it.
No one knows that. A little water in there. I love that. I think that's a nice balance to all the fire. Like, I'm an Aquarius moon, which I also think is the air is a nice balance to the fire.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. What happened next? I feel bad. Like, I'm always taking us off track.
I don't care. No, I don't care. The back half of this episode, not a ton happened, so we're good. We also get this. Let's see a couple different things. We get a really stupid mattress tossing party. I don't need to talk about that. That's all I need to say.
It's
Heather,
enough.
You're not nearly as the mattress that Heather is throwing out revealed too much about her. That should not have been on camera.
How do you feel about Heather?
I don't like her.
I don't either.
She just doesn't. It doesn't work. It's like the world can tell me that you're normal, you're the normal girl, you're the grounded girl, you're the cool girl. I will never buy it.
I'm not buying it, and I do struggle, and this is me like projecting my own personal experience onto these women, which that's showbiz, like it's just what we all do. But I really don't like when like a woman presents herself as like a cool girl who just like doesn't get worked up and upset. And then if I'm like the Lisa Barlow or the Meredith who like I cannot keep my feelings to myself, like I just kind of explode and everyone knows how I'm feeling all the time. It's such an easy way to make that person look insane. Now, have Lisa and Meredith both acted insane? Yes. But I think it automatically makes the more emotional person vulnerable. And Heather doing this like cool girl thing all the time is like triggering to me.
Why did you have your mattress from that you made babies on all the way to now? Like, that is crazy. Like, I mean, I've had my mattress for a long time, like probably for like 7 years, but it's time to get a new one.
It's time.
Like, I added a topper to mine to like make it a little more supportive. Like, you've gone through so much trauma on that bed.
Yeah, at a certain point it's like,
and why is it brown?
Mattresses are just one of those things where like no one should ever see them. They should never see the light of day. Just, when the time is right, get rid of it.
Yep. I get it though, as someone who has undiagnosed ADD and tasks can be daunting. The idea of like organizing the new mattress's arrival as well as the getting rid of a mattress, and Brian and I have a king. Like, it's just like,
that sounds, especially in New York.
In New York City. I feel fortunate enough that I have a king bed in New York City, so I should be happy about that. But
that bitch lives in Utah.
Girl,
and I'm sorry, if she can spend $200,000 to redo her body, she can afford to hire someone to haul her fucking mattress out of her house and get a new one.
Could not agree more. Then we get this therapy scene with Brittany and her daughter. Brittany, did you interact with her at BravoCon?
I did, very briefly.
Okay, how was that?
She was perfectly pleasant, and so was her man's, Jared Osmond.
I just, hearing her daughter talk about, I feel like sometimes we have not spent enough time acknowledging the fact that there was another man as well, not just the daughter's dad. Like there was a second marriage, and then now we're on to Jared. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to have sympathy for her when the pattern is, it's not that she divorced first guy and then now with Jared she's doing this thing where she's not acknowledging her kids. This is now the second time that we know of, at least, that she's put a man before her kids, and it's crazy that she is learning it with us in real time on a therapy couch. How are you just now clocking this when your daughter has continued to try and tell you this off camera for years?
For years and years. I know, I really feel for her daughter, because it's like that, the feeling that your mom is so deeply insecure that she would rather be with like shitty dudes than prioritize herself and thus your relationship as a mother and daughter. Like, it's just so painful. I don't blame her daughter for being like, I'm not fucking talking to you for a while. No, that shit's too much.
No, and need we not forget, at BravoCon, she literally said, I brought my daughter to BravoCon, and then Jared ended up crashing.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Like, and that's also weirdo behavior on Jared's part. Like, I do not like a man that like comes between a mother and daughter and like oversteps. It's like, you need to give them space and let them do their own thing. And I'm sure that the daughter was really looking forward to doing BravoCon with her mom, like just them. And then it's like, oh, now it's about my mom and her boyfriend who's like famous and everyone famously hates. So like, I'll just go fuck myself.
So fucking weird. And it's literally it's repeating behaviors. Like, how are we continuing to do this shit again? And then we get also, we had this flashback scene of Lisa and Brittany talking as well, that I have to acknowledge this because there's an insane quote that Brittany utters. And that that she says, they're talking about what happened on the plane. And she goes, this is like the 6th worst thing that's ever happened to me.
How did she come up with that number?
She doesn't have an ounce of humor or sarcasm in her body. I bet you she wrote out the worst thing that's happened to her and put them in order. And she's like, where does this? So true. Where does this
she's
land?
Like, She goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
I'm gonna go 6. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. That feels right. That feels right.
And then the episode ends on Brittany and Meredith having a sit down where essentially Meredith gives an apology. I love an apology that's like, I'm sorry I made you feel. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. You know, it's like nothing hits worse than that.
I'm sorry I made you feel that way. It's like,
you're not sorry for shaking my chair.
A grown woman in her 50s shaking someone's chair.
Yeah.
Also, like, this is going to sound random, but like, speaking of doing things that are inappropriate, especially given their age, when Lisa Barlow was like grabbing Heather's face on the boat, being like, you cannot think I did this or whatever, I was like, if the second anyone fucking touches me or my face especially, I will beat your ass. Don't fucking touch my face. It's so vulnerable. So between like shit like that, shaking people's chairs, it's like, are you 10?
Yeah, kind of. These women are so childish.
And they're paid to act like they're 10. So like, it's one of those things where it's like Pavlovian, where they're like, oh, I'm just going to do some crazy shit. That's why, yeah, I don't know.
No,
it's hard to know where the character starts and stops.
Well, I think we get a lot more of the. I think sometimes I worry if these women have just become their characters in real life.
Yes.
Or were they always this way? I think Lisa Barlow was always this way, but
I agree.
I fear Meredith has become the woman that she kind of manifested. Well, totally. Hannah, before we wrap this up, is there any fun BravoCon like stories you have for the listeners that you feel prepared to tell? Anything crazy that went down?
Crazy that went down. At the taping of Watch What Happens Live, the holiday special, Whitney Wild Rose was wasted and she could not be tamed. And she was in like a very tight dress and just kept sort of like, dee, dee, dee. She kept like walking, like getting off the couch and like walking across the stage to say hi to Meredith at the DJ booth. And then like Andy had to, like at one point, Andy had to like physically put her back on the couch.
she was feeling wild. She was a wild rose.
She said you cannot tame this wild rose. And I honestly I had anxiety watching it because the thought of being that fucked up on camera at a work function made me anxious as hell.
Right, but they're fucked up on camera constantly as their job. Let's be honest about that.
I know. Well, and that was the other thing too, where I was I sensed that Andy was getting kind of annoyed because it was also the last thing of the weekend. I'm sure at this point they're all fucking exhausted. Andy didn't have a voice on his podcast the following week. Everyone was wiped.
Yeah.
And so I can understand this thing of Whitney, can you just fucking hit your mark and sit down?
Right.
But it's hard to know as an audience member, I was oh, is Whitney going to get in trouble for this? But probably not because you said, it's they do that shit all the time. But then Jeff Lewis got in trouble with Andy, which I think is a bit different.
Well, Jeff said some insane things.
It's how much time do we have? He said so many insane things, but it was just interesting witnessing shit where I'm oh, Andy seems annoyed. Is he going to give them a slap on the wrist? And then seeing who actually got a slap on the wrist and who did not.
Yeah, can you imagine being a Bravo celebrity tamer? I can't imagine the people who have to check in on everyone, make sure they're all happy, make sure they all feel glorified and respected. It's y'all.
Yeah. And it is interesting. It's interesting too to see everyone mill around because I saw Leva in an interview was a lot of people here are acting like we're famous and we're literally just on reality TV, so everyone should be nice. And I was hell yeah, Leva. That's how I feel. But I do think because the fandom is so intense, it's easy to get an inflated ego under those circumstances. So it was interesting to see everyone interact. Also, I can confirm that in person, Austin Kroll is really hot, and this is my Roman Empire now.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen a couple of the youngins up close. I've not seen him, but I've always heard that he has something about him.
There's something about him. I had a crush on him when he first came on, when he was pursuing Chelsea. And I remember being well, Chelsea's the hottest, coolest girl in the world. Of course he's in love with Chelsea. And then as the seasons went on, I was kind of what the fuck is this man doing?
Yeah.
And now, after talking to him not once but twice, I am so back on the Austin train. And I've just been watching more Southern Charm lately. And Jake's oh, interesting. You're just super into Southern Charm now. And I'm yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Have you been to Charleston?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
For Raven's wedding.
It's a place. Oh, right. It's a place that I feel that you would really love. Did you like it or no?
I had fun, but I want to spend more time there. You know what I mean?
Because I went for a wedding a couple months ago, and really, I thought it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty, and it was fun, and it's cute. I loved getting barbecue and a little frosé and just bopping around.
Yeah.
But I wonder where they all hang out. I need to know.
Apparently, you can just run into all of them all the time. I ran by Republic, and I was wait, that's Republic. So
you're holy shit, there it is.
Well, Hannah, thank you so much for being here. A little plug. I am going to be on Hannah's show, Not Aspirational, which you can find on YouTube as well as your podcast platforms. That will come out around the same time this comes out. But let them know where. I think so. I guess I'm not a part of your post production.
I know. I was we should have talked about this before, but just check it out
soon. But Hannah, tell everyone where they can follow you, listen to you, support you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me, Tom. I had a blast, as always. So lovely to be in the dumpster with you. You can all follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown. That's HANNAHAARON, BROWN, on Instagram, TikTok, and then, check out my podcast, Not Aspirational. Tom's going to come on to do some pop culture hot topics with me, and it's going to be super fun, so check it out.
Yeah. And we will be back next week with another episode of Salt Lake City recapping. Also, as we have been recording, a new YouTube video just dropped on the YouTube channel. I am ranking all the seasons of Real Houses of New York on what is the best and the worst. So please go check that out. I also did a ranking of Salt Lake City seasons. So let me know what you would like me to rank next. I like ranking and pitting housewives against each other. So do
Rock of Love. The Rock of Love women.
So I was thinking about doing just the VH1 space in general, doing
That's good.
Rock of Love, Flavor of Love, just a couple of different shows.
Surreal Life.
Ranking all the seasons, which ones to watch. So,
you must.
so check that out. And I will be back next week. I just said that. Follow me at the Tom Hamlet, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.